So, I just found this out about 10 minutes ago, and apparently was announced earlier in the week, last week apparently. But yeah, it looks like we are getting 2017 is going to be chock full of crossovers, guys. We got, the Power Rangers meeting the Justice League. We've got Green Lantern meeting going to the Planet of the Apes. We got so much, and Marvel's just sitting here like, I ain't doing. If DC's doing one thing right, it's the comics. I will admit that. I think what they find, regardless of how they're handling their animation or their TV or anything else in the departments, you gotta say that the comics are at least, they finally got their shit together, and and DC's actually like, hey, you guys want to do crossovers with us? Boom. And yeah, well, this one is a crossover I was kind of expecting because, of course, with DC now doing Hanna-Barbera comics with, obviously. We've had the Johnny Quest comics, we've had, the Scooby-Doo Apocalypse, we've had all these new, revitalized cartoons done in comic books, and I was kind of expecting, at any point, I was like, yeah, this is bound to happen at some point. This is going to happen. This is going to be inevitable. So I wasn't, even though I knew this was going to happen of, Hanna-Barbera heroes teaming up with DC superheroes, and like I said, that was inevitable, I'm still excited for it. I mean, yeah, it's like Hanna-Barbera characters teaming up with the DC universe. How could I not be excited? Well, let me backtrack to what I said, is what they're, how they're handling, the animation department, and, the TV and movies, with Injustice 2, I forgot, oh yeah, Injustice 2 is coming out, but we haven't played the game, so... But hopefully it's, if it's anything like Injustice 1, hopefully it'll be good. But getting back to the comic book element, yeah, so, Green Lantern and Space Ghost. Let me say that again. Green Lantern is teaming up with Space Ghost. Green Lantern's getting all the good crossovers, seriously. You've got him teaming up, you've got Hal Jordan going to the Planet of the Apes. You've got, the Abrams Universe Star Trek crossover, which is now on its second volume. Yeah, they're doing, and now they're teaming up with Space Ghost. Green Lantern's getting more than Batman and Superman, and it's not like Green Lantern hasn't crossed over with anything before. Until, they've done crossovers with Alien with Kyle Rayner, and, I know there was another one they did. I'm just forgetting now, but yeah, Green Lantern has suddenly taken off in terms of crossovers. He's suddenly getting all the good crossovers. Yeah, so I think and again, this is still it's not really crossing over with another company. It's just them doing another DC type crossover, really. But I think it is cool that, Space Ghost is teaming up with Green Lantern. There was, of course, the Space Ghost Batman crossover in the Batman Brave and the Bold episode, which was actually a lot of fun. But this makes a lot more sense. And yeah, I understand that Brave and the Bold wasn't meant to make sense. It was meant to be, fun action stuff, and I get that. So, but I think this makes a little more sense. Seeing, these two Guardians of Space. You could say they're Guardians of the Galaxy. I'm not gonna finish that joke. But no, I think I think this is a cool option to go with, of having Space Ghost, who's a defender of the galaxy, teaming up with Green Lantern, who's also a protector of the galaxy. So to have these two in here is a really cool idea. Now this is going to be written by James Tynion V, who did the Batman TMNT crossover, and he's doing the Detective Comics run, I believe, and he's done other stuff beforehand. So I think it's cool. I think it's cool that James Tynion's getting more and more work like this. And also, what's interesting about this crossover in particular is that this is just going to be treated like a one-shot. This is going to be an annual. This is going to be treated like an annual, like a 48-page, maybe 50-page at most crossover. So it's going to be a one and done. It's not like an ongoing. It's just going to be this big one and done crossover coming in March. I forgot to mention, yeah, it's coming out in March. So I think it's really cool that we're getting this crossover, and I like how it's going to be, it might be collected sometime down the road, and it might be, and I'll tell you why in a moment, but yeah, I think it's really cool that this is like a classic annual one and done. I think that's a really cool idea. And also, this is supposed to spark what's going to happen for the rest of 2017 is that apparently this is going to be the start of a bunch of DC Hanna-Barbera crossovers. This is going to be the start of a whole slew of DC Hanna-Barbera crossovers, and one of them apparently, I don't know how true this one is, I really don't know how true this one is Justice League Banana Splits. Let me say that again so you people can understand that. Justice League and the Banana Splits. If you know what the Banana Splits are, you know, actually, I'm not going to make a joke, I actually kind of like the Banana Splits. Tra-la-la, la-la-la-la, tra-la-la, la-la-la-la. Oh, God. Boomerang, classic Boomerang, how you have ruined me. Anyway. But yeah, just wrap your head around, I don't know how true that one is, but yeah, just imagine that. So yeah, but getting back to this, I think this is really cool, and I'm wondering what the villain is going to be. Like, I'm really hoping to see, like, a classic, like, Moltar, or, you know, Brax, or, you know, Zorak, or, you know, one of Space Ghost's main enemies. I'd like to see them, and maybe a classic Green Lantern villain. I know Sinestro's the big villain, but I'd like to see, like, another Green Lantern villain, you know, be like a malefactor for this story. And when you think about it, a lot of Green Lantern's villains could work as Space Ghost villains, and you can honestly see Space Ghost's Rogues Gallery for Hal Jordan. Honestly, yeah. It's kind of like with Batman and Superman. When you think about it, Batman and Spider-Man, how you could just switch the Rogues Gallery, it would just work just as well. But you can kind of see that for Green Lantern and Space Ghost, where you could switch their Rogues Gallery and it would work just as well. So I think that's really cool. And again, I think Green Lantern was the logical option for Space Ghost to go with. I mean, I'd love to see Superman and Space Ghost crossover. I'd love to see Superman and Space Ghost team up. But hopefully, you know, the other crossovers, and I don't know the full extent of the list. If anyone can dig that up and look at the full list of DC Hanna-Barbera crossovers we're going to be getting next year, feel free to dig it up and find it. I wasn't able to find the whole thing, but if someone can, by all means, just let me know in the comments below. Anyway, like I was saying, so with this story, I don't know what the story, I was about to say, with this crossover, hopefully we can get, like, stuff like Batman and Johnny Quest. That'd actually be really awesome. You know, Batman and Johnny Quest. It'll probably be Scooby-Doo and Batman, probably, if that's the case. It'll probably be Scooby-Doo and Batman. Because that one's gone, that's happened so many times, it might as well happen again, right? I think it would be cool to see Mitor and Superman team up, or Wonder Woman Mitor. The Galaxy Trio, the Galaxy Trio and Superman teaming up, or Galaxy Trio and Green Lantern. There's just so many cool ideas here. Birdman teaming up with Hawkman. Well, he's dying in the comics, so maybe Birdman and Batman. But yeah, I seriously want Johnny Quest and Batman. That right there, just done. Or Teen Titans and Teen Titans and Johnny Quest would also be really cool. Anyway, so I'm really excited for this. I know I've kind of ranted and rambled a bit for this, but I am really excited. I can't wait for March, and like I said, 2017 is going to be like the year of the crossovers, apparently. Let's not forget that, you know, outside of DC, we're getting, like, Alien and Star Trek TNG. Yeah, remember that's happening, too. But anyway, so like I said, I'm hyped. Hopefully you guys are hyped, too, for seeing Green Lantern and Space Ghost finally meet. So just comment below in the, let me know in the comments below. What do you guys think of the crossover between Space Ghost and Green Lantern? You guys like it? You guys hate it? Who do you want to see, you know, these two heroes fight? And also, what are you guys hoping for, like, future DC Hanna-Barbera crossovers? Do you guys want to see, like, Johnny Quest team up with Batman? Or do you want to see, like, Birdman and Hawkman fight together? Or, you know, Mitor and Wonder Woman hanging out? Or, you know, there's so many characters, you know? Anyway, once again, hope you all enjoyed this, and I will see you guys later.